It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
Welcome back to Inside the Patch. It's Gnarley Charley, of course, the basketball professor, Mitch Adams. And for the second time in a couple weeks, Phil Villapiano is in studio with us. Phil, how are you, man?
I am very good, Gnarley Charley. I love your name. I'm doing good. I'm glad we're talking because I need to detox from that season. I cannot believe how we laid an egg. I'm looking at these teams in the playoffs. Seattle Seahawks in the playoffs. New York Giants in the playoffs. Chargers. Get out of here, Jacksonville. How can the Raiders not be in the playoffs? So, Gnarley Charley, I'm glad I'm detoxing with you this morning.
Well,
because I need a vent.
So I found out that you are the Raider liaison for Caesars Palace. And what that means is Caesars Palace is the best casino in Vegas. They bring in special guests such as Peyton Manning, just giant celebrities. They come in, and you are their ambassador for the day. Is that kind of what you do?
Well, yeah, I got that's a good question. I got a great friend. His name is Glenn Carano, and I don't know if anybody's been to Reno, and Raider Nation goes to Reno all the time, and they started out with a few hotels up there, and I've done a Super Bowl show for them forever. And then we had COVID come along, and then, there was no Super Bowl show. There was nothing that year. And then the Raiders moved to Vegas, and Glenn went to his brothers that they all run the show. So It was like inside trading, and they're looking for a Raider ambassadors, and actually I got to be the ambassador. So what I do as the ambassador from the Raiders to Caesars, we have a cocktail party on Saturday night, which I'm pretty good at doing. And then we have another cocktail party Sunday morning, which I'm pretty good at doing. And then we go to the game, and we get the suite on the 50-yard line, and we got cocktails, and we talk football, and the people come in from all over the country, all over the world, matter of fact. A lot of people from China, Japan, wherever they gamble, they come. Everybody wants to see the Raiders. So all my job is to kind of make them feel at home, entertain, talk football. And it's turned out to be a real nice job. This was my second year. And we do, and you mentioned it, Charlie. We've had a couple big-time guest stars with this year.
Yeah.
The Guy Fieri, the cook.
Oh, yeah.
The giant chef, I should say. Came in with his hair all spiked up, totally black leather, all Raider shit, all over him. $1 million. Yeah, we had Gina Carano, who, MMA fighter, undefeated, gorgeous lady. She was there. Peyton Manning was there. And every week, we have country singers. I don't even know who they are because I'm a Springsteen fan, as you know.
Right.
So anyway, we got to get Bruce to come there. That would be a home run if we could.
Yeah.
Would have put Mitchell in charge of getting Bruce, who is a Raider fan. I want you to know that. So
hey, Phil.
That's what I do. I entertain. I talk to people. I have a lot of fun, and I'm decompressing, as I said this morning.
I know.
Hey, Phil. Last time you were on, you asked us to do something for you to get someone for the Caesar suite.
It went just like this.
I go, because I work for Caesars now, and I got this big old suite. And Gnarley Charley, I want you to find Tom Hanks and invite him to come to a Raider game and sit in the Caesars 50-yard line suite with me, and we'll have a ball. And,
that's a done deal.
Would be so cool.
I'd probably get Wilson the volleyball before I get him, but I'll try to get Tom too. Remember from the movie Castaway?
The movies he's still knocking out.
So Tom Hanks, who used the name Villapiano in That Thing You Do, one of the greatest movies, to me is my favorite movie. you want us to get Tom Hanks. That's what you requested for us. And, one thing about Inside the Patch.
Yes, I did, Charlie.
Yeah, if you ask, you shall receive sometimes. What happened, Mitch?
Well, what happened, Phil, I went to the same high school as Tom Hanks, Skyline High in Oakland.
Wow.
As did the entire family. My older brother, actually went there with Tom, who happens to be in the entertainment business at Alta Global Media.
Nice.
And I called him and I said, hey, can you get me Tom's agent's name? And he did. And then I did the rest. I went out and found his email address and the phone number and called. I got his assistant, and I didn't think that was going to get through. So I emailed him and I put Skyline in there, the old high school name. And lo and behold, his agent responded and said, I passed your note on to Tom. 2 days later, Tom sends an email and says, I would love to sit in a suite with Phil at the Caesars box. Let him.
Oh, get out of here. That is wonderful.
Right. Go Titans, Skyline, not Tennessee. So, yeah.
I know Skyline right up on top those hills there right around Oakland.
Skyline High School is where Tom Hanks went, and Mitch, you went there. But in my town of Clovis, California, Central, the bar I go to is called the Skyline. So that's kind of like my high school in a way. The mascot was the screwdriver. But besides that, I just think it's a Skyline event. And we're going to get Tom Hanks, and we're going to go to Caesar's Palace, and we're going to go to the game, and it's going to be a great time.
Wait a minute. Let me back this up. So you mean to tell me you have Tom Hanks coming to the Caesars suite next year for a game?
Yes, we are going to make it happen. Tom basically he's excited to sit with you next year, and hopefully the Raiders will win that game.
No, but Phil, there's some rules, though. This is what Tom sent me. He said, number one, he said there can't be any tissue because there's no crying in football. That's what he said. And he said he wants Hunter Renfrow to change his last name to Apollo, so he's Apollo 13 on the field. And he also said he wants a giant piano in there so he can play during the game. And he believes he has to put on his guest list some Private Ryan. We have to find him and let him come to the game. And it can't be against Seattle. It can't be against Seattle because he'll fall asleep because he was sleepless in Seattle. And he dated the mermaid in Splash, so no fish sticks can be served. And and a Mr. Rogers sweater with a Raider patch on it. That's what he is. So if you can make that happen, we are going to do this.
We are going to make that happen. Believe me, the people at Caesars make everything happen. It's a mystical, magical trip when you come up to the suite. That is wonderful. Thank you, Mitchell and Charlie. I think that's great. And let me, I don't know if you guys noticed if I told that story the last time, but hey, I should probably go into my room and get my Villapiano pizza T-shirt from the movie.
Yes.
Do you guys got a minute for that?
Yes, go get it. Go get it.
I'm going to get rid of this Raider thing. I'm going to get my pizza shirt.
I'm hungry now. Okay, you know what Tom Hanks also said? That Phil has to dress as Julius Caesar. I forgot. We got to tell him that.
Boys, I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Listen to this. I live half in California, half in New Jersey. I can't believe I don't have my pizza shirt with me. I've spent I don't know how many dollars on pizza shirts and handing them out to everybody. But look what I got.
My
Buffalo Bills Mafia shirt. I figured that was pretty apropos for this weekend to see the Bills in action. And who did I play? The Miami, right?
Yeah.
So they play Miami. So we got to give a shout out to the Bills because I did spend 4 long, cold years up there.
Well, Josh Allen is from the Central Valley where I'm from. In fact, his parents listen to this show right now. So shout out to Josh, his parents, the Allens, and
Josh, hey, Bills Mafia.
That's
Bills
right.
Mafia. When you see the Mafia, there it is.
And DeMar was released from the hospital from Buffalo today,
Yeah.
so he went home.
Yeah, that's great.
That's good stuff, man.
Family.
Are you kidding? I can't believe that happened. Oh, the guy could
Crazy.
have died right there, and then they got to him on time. Oh my God! Everything happened for that kid. Wonderful. I'm very, very happy. And maybe the Bills. Hey, they went 0-4 in those 4 years, and let's see them come win a Super Bowl this year.
Yes,
Pretty cool.
and hats off to their medical staff. They honored those guys before the game Sunday.
They sure did.
For their quick response.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And I got to give another shout out to you guys, to that Booger or whatever his name is back in New York when they switched over to him, and what's his name, Buck. When
they were
they had nothing to say, and that guy went back to New York and he handled it beautifully, and he says, "Man, this game is over.
Yeah.
You don't give a guy CPR and think you're going to play again.
That is so true."
And I got more respect for him the way he handled that, and I want to give him a shout out too there.
Yeah.
As well as Tom Hanks and quarterback Josh Allen. Who else are we going to shout out?
Well,
We're going to shout out Mark Davis for throwing the people out of the stadium who went against the Raiders. I don't care. You don't go against the Raiders and you're a Raider fan. Throw them out of the stadium.
Hey, Tom Hanks also wants you to dress as Julius Caesar during the game, he said. So I don't know if you can make that happen.
Oh, my God. Tom Hanks, this is going to be crazy. I liked all those things, Charlie. That was really cool.
You know what?
Phil, we're going to have a whole cast of characters come through.
We have to. Well, Phil, after you were on the show last week, I got a lot of email and I got a lot of people talking about just how excited they were to hear what you're doing. And a lot of people were asking about, like, you and OJ. They said it sounded like you and OJ were friends for a bit, probably still are, but the fact that you were on the trial every single day because you were knocking the crap out of him on that one hit, it's like, because they were trying to prove that OJ didn't know what he's doing. And when you said, yeah, and I turned the trial on, there I am hitting OJ every day, that was just hilarious to me.
I got 365 hits on OJ. It was funny. And did you believe that trial lasted exactly 365 days? That whole thing was fairy tale. It's just such a pity that it happened. And like I told you last time, OJ is, my opinion, great guy. And him, and I mean, he was different. He was so different and such a good guy, such a leader, and it's so bad it had to happen. And let's not even talk about it.
Well, hey, I got an idea though here. If you have 365 hits on OJ, if we could get those pictures of each one, we could make a calendar. Like every day, it's a different Phil hit on OJ. It's like, on January 4th, look at that one, right in the ribs. All right, here's a head clap.
It's all the same tackle. It's all the same tackle every day.
Every day.
And
I don't care.
Yeah, and you wouldn't believe how many people around the country would call me. Hey, Phil. I mean, you had to kind of watch it after it happened pretty quick, but Raider fans picked up real quick. Good job, Phil. Good job.
Villapiano hits the juice.
How's it done again, Phil? The hook in the can opener?
The rake.
The rake.
Pop. Can opener. Pop it. There you go.
So the one thing I want to leave you guys with, we're going to get Tom Hanks and we're going to go to Caesar's Palace and we're going to go to the game and it's going to be a great time. And Phil, thank you so much for all your story and energy.
Thank you, Charlie. And thank you, Mitchell. And somebody's ringing the doorbell, so the board doorbell's ringing, so it must be time to stop the show.
Call me Tom.
And it's your tea time. You better
That's
hit them
right.
straight.
That's happening in about 45 minutes. Love you
All
guys.
right. Thank
Take
you,
care.
Phil. Phil Villapiano,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen. All right. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas Raiders.